Okay, let's give it a whirl. 10 minutes again. See who comes up. Kev Bear 16. I'm blacks. It's D4. So I'm going to play the Dutch. Let's see which line of the Dutch we get. Yeah, the Queen D3 line. So this is one way of trying to play for an early E4. One of the many kind of anti-Dutch lines. And the line I know to counter this is to clamp down on E4 straight away with pawn to D5. The idea is to try and make the queen look a bit misplaced. So he's really going for a gambit line here. G4 here. I don't know this. I probably have played against this particular combination of Queen D3 and G4. I don't have a kind of a book knowledge of this. So let's look at it. I mean, obviously, he's still wanting to go for E4. So if I take on G4, he goes for E4 straight away. Is that a problem? Let's suppose takes, E4 takes, and then knight there. I feel like I should accept this gambit because he shouldn't be able to get away with this, should he? The only slight thing to worry about is any opening up of the H file. But if he tries H3, I can play G3 and bypass the H pawn. So let's take this just out of curiosity, if nothing else. What happens? He's gone for H3 straight away. He's really going for it. So I do not want the H file open. I'm gonna just play G3. So yeah, it's an interesting position. It kind of dissuades me from castling kingside, I think. I do have to move pretty quick, I think. I have to get my pieces out fast. Now, what's the best thing? Knight C6 comes to mind, hitting his e-pawn and developing at the same time. I mean, my instinctive move would have been knight F6, but to be honest, I think I've got to get my queenside developed. Another thing is to offer a queen swap, queen D6, but if he did take, my pawns would be rather messed up. I'm going to try knight C6 here. What's he going to do actually? I can't really see what he's got in mind. Probably knight F3 here. Let's have a go. Yeah, knight F3 he's done. So now my feeling is to play bishop F5, which also attacks the c-pawn and develops my queen side. Is there anything I have to watch out for? Because my bishop could be attacked by the queen. Could he win any tempo with that? I can do queen D7 to protect. I think I'm okay. Bishop F5. Again, this eyes the E4 square. So there's no opening up there, although I'm not sure that that's really his plan now. His G file is open. That's probably where he wants to get some action. Knight A3. Okay, that defends C2, but is that the only reason he's played that? Because you can come to B5 and then he's attacking C7. Really? Queen D7, knight B5, castles. Am I okay there? Or is something bad going to happen to me. I can't see a good reason not to do that. I want a castle queenside. And the best way to stop that knight c7 threat is to have everything protected. I don't think there's anything to worry about with knight e5. Just take it. Ooh, okay, yeah. I didn't see that, to be honest. He can attack it again. I've got an interesting answer to that, though. I can play e5 and bishop takes a3. So e5, knight takes, bishop takes a3, but my g pawn is then hanging. That's not great. That is not great. I missed this move. What am I going to do? So if I protect c7 with castles, or rook c8, knight b5 comes. Although then I could play e5, no? Because after he takes, I take. The knight would be hanging there. Castles, knight b5, e5. If knight takes, that's fine. But so you'd have to do bishop takes, knight takes bishop, and he'd have to do. We wouldn't know. He could do knight takes, queen takes b5. Then he's got knight f7. Oh my god. How's he getting away with this? Knight f7, then queen takes queen takes b2. It's kind of crazy. Yeah, I may be able to get him on the hop here. Let's try it. I think he could get the exchange, but I might catch his king in the middle and give him some problems. And I think the only way he can get... Okay, he's castled. So he's avoided all of that. And now I have to really play a6 to stop knight b5. Unless... Can I do knight f6 and then threatening knight h5? Let's try knight f6, knight b5, knight h5. He has to move the queen. Let's say he goes queen h2, knight takes bishop, queen takes bishop. And then I can play a6 at that point. Okay. I'm just going to watch out for knight. My f7 square is a bit precarious. But anyway, let's try this. So I've only got 2 minutes left. I'm taking ages. I've got to speed up. Okay, let's take this. No point thinking about that anymore. Let's go in here. Let's prevent the knight coming in. Let's drop back this way. I don't have a whole heap of time now. God. I should play with the increments, I think. I mean, he's kind of causing me all sorts of problems, but he's kind of going all over the place. Has he actually achieved anything? I don't know. Well, the one thing he's achieved is a time advantage. That's for sure. What do I want to do here? Where do I want my dark squared bishop to? That's interesting. What is he doing here? I have no idea what he's doing. Tempted to play the crazy g5 here. You can't take it because of bishop h6. I gain a bit of space. I haven't got time to overthink it. I'm just going to do it. Okay. Bishop g7. Bishop g7. He's coming here to swap that off. Do I care? Not really. I'm kind of not really getting my head around the position. I'm just kind of reacting at the moment. He opens that, that's fine. Simplification there, swapping of rooks. Pawns are equal. Again, it's the time advantage that's the main problem. Okay, I'm going to get rid of this. Gave me some time. Let's just defend that. Taken that. Okay, fine. I'm hitting f3 now. What are you going to do? He's hitting that. If I swap everything off, my bishop is probably better than his knight, no? The end. Although, what happens on queen g4? Yeah, queen g4. I don't have to take. I do not have to take. Yeah, what do I got to do? His knight's going to take a while to get into the game. That's for sure. I'm down to a minute. I'm kind of playing too reactively now. I'm not really. I think maybe swap queens and play. Oh, he's done it for me. Okay. So now, I'll have an isolated d pawn. And if he goes knight b1, I've got to get my king there pretty fast. There. Now I can create. What do I want to do? I'm going to just move my bishop around a bit. Right, now. Takes. No, I don't want to do that. I want to get a pass pawn. I need to get a pass pawn. This is annoying because I want to dislodge this d pawn, but what can I do? Now I've got to be a bit careful here. Where's he headed? He's going to come down here. He's going to hit my b pawn. Oh dear. Okay. I'm going to have to let him have it. Yeah. No choice. Let's go here. Push. This is no good. Shoot. It's no good, man. Yeah, I've blown it. Blown it. Mm-mm. If I go here now, just to try and get a draw now. And go g2 and bishop takes e3 is my hope. Bang. Bang. Bishop there. King here. What do I do here? It's annoying. I'm running out of time anyway. It's game over. He doesn't have to do anything. Time up. Yeah. I took too long on that game, and I was kind of swimming around, not really knowing what the hell I was doing. I mean, to be fair, I don't think he knew what he was doing either. I was just kind of reacting to his moves, but taking way too long. Let's review. Let's just see if I played really badly or just really slowly. See what he says. $87.4. Yeah, it was. Yeah, I mean, I had the advantage for a lot of the game around here. Look, it was a clear advantage. Then it was even for a long time. Then I blundered here. I blundered at this point. Let's see where it is. Let's get there. Yeah, over that. Well, was that the first one? That can't be the first blunder. I mean, that allowed the knight c5 winning. G3 apparently was excellent. Was that equal? Okay. King there. That was wrong. But yeah, I felt I'd made a mistake with G3 because then his king gets to F3. Where do I go from there? I think maybe you just have to hold the position. Probably bishop G5 at that point was the best move. Yeah. I played that later, but the ship had already sailed by then. So bishop there. Then he would come. What would happen? Knight c5 again, I suppose. Knight c5. G2. He takes. I take. He. Well, okay, yeah. I mean, if he takes the A pawn, then I take. Right, then I'd take on d4. That would actually be forking the B pawn on the knight. You'd have to go, I don't know, knight d3 or something. Yeah, it's probably good chances of a draw there. So, yeah, I mean, I was getting short of time by that stage. Never mind. I do need to look at that line. Queen d3. I know d5 is fine, but then with g4, then what are you supposed to do? I don't know. I don't know what it says here. G4 is Alapin variation anti-Stonewall. The last book move. Does that mean I didn't play the right move? Maybe I should just play either e6 or knight f6, which is the right move. F4 is good, it says. I mean, okay. But what was best according... Wow, okay, e5. I had no idea about that one. What the hell's happening there? e5. So what's the idea behind that? Take. That's it? Okay, so it's developing. It's uncramping me for sure, but I'm not overly convinced. He's still got the same plan of playing h3, opening up the h file. Then I have to play g3, I think. And I don't even have a developing square for my knight now. So, yeah, I have to take a look. Let's take that as homework. Okay.